Great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Here's Kelly Johnson. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Hernandez is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Braves lead it 3-0. Peter Borges digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Left fielder, Peter Borges.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate, it'll remain 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Yeah, maybe a little bit extra on this 2-2 fastball. Here it is on show track, and you can see it just burn off that inside corner. That's a tough pitch to handle.
Into the box now, Aaron Nola, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, you had to think that on 0-2, they just wanted to get rid of this guy using as few pitches as possible. But he shows a little bit of life up there, and he gets himself a base hit.
Cesar Hernandez steps in, batting from the right side with the left-hander on the mound. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Runners on first with 1 down. Grounded to third. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back in Philadelphia right after this. A.J. Pierzynski is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. On the ground up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Into the box, Jace Peterson. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Now a chopper to first, might only get one. And they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
Well, this is a much easier play for a left-handed first baseman to make, especially when you're charging in like that. He doesn't have to turn his back to the play, so he gets a good gauge on whether he still has time or not, and he's able to fire on to second base in time to get that force out.
Michael Bourne at the plate now, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Herrera comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now. He better figure out something quick.
Ian Kroll stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
Hit out towards second. Scooped up. Throw on to the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. Braves strand one, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Leading off the inning, Odubel Herrera, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Oh, boy, he is attacking hitters in this one. Another first pitch strike right there, and he's up right around 90% in that category so far.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Towards second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Maybe even a half heartbeat, considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Maikel Franco in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
On to Freeman at first, and there are two away now.
Aaron Altair.
Stepping in, Aaron Altair. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball, so let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I know the adrenaline can get to you sometimes, but when you start overthrowing your fastball like that, that's a bit of a red flag.
1-1, here it is. No offer on that one, 2 balls and a strike. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy, get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Push to the right side. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Here's big Ryan Howard now, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Phillies strand 1, still down 3-0. Ender Inciarte heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout and reined in, 1 away.
Well, usually when you get guys to pop up, means that you've got him off balance. And he's been able to mix things up all night long.
Eric Ibar will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Sent on the ground out to second. And the throw is too strong as it's over the head of Howard.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw. Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but you see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Grounded up the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. And he misses with it, 1-1.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Oh, had a hanger that time, but missed it. 1-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Franco barehands it. It's in time.
Whew, no problem. And you know, guys, if this bat doesn't break, maybe this turns into a double play ball. But with the bat shattering here, just too much going on to even think about, too. So he'll take that sure out at first instead.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Ranging back is Herrera. Out of here! She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So a two-run shot for Nick Markakis. And the Braves have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
This is exactly how you approach facing a sinker baller. When that pitch is down at the knees, it's very difficult to elevate on. But when it flattens out, it's nothing more than a flat fastball, and that's where you can do some real damage.
Here's Kelly Johnson.
24, Kelly Johnson.
As he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. Altair is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. Middle of the night here in Pennsylvania. It's the Braves 5 and the Phillies nothing. Cameron Rupp will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Bourne. He gets there, but he missed it. Around first, heading for second now.
Now batting.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a 2-base error.
Freddie Galvis stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. First offering on its way. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Line toward right center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Now batting. Left
And you
fielder.
know, once you see this ball get down in right center, I was thinking this is a run easy. But that's a nice play to get to it quickly and fire it back in, and that'll wind up forcing that runner to hold on at third base.
Peter Borges will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or 2.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the run is in to score from third. Now third base coach Juan Samuel's going to wave him in. And not in time as the second run scores.
That's going to make things a lot more interesting now. 2 runs are in to score here on the triple. And that cuts the lead from 5 down to 3. What was starting to look like a foregone conclusion, suddenly anything but.
Darren Ruff will come off the bench in a great RBI spot as he's got a runner at third here and nobody out. In there, strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches, so you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
Get out of here.
These guys just keep chipping away. A run scores here on the sac fly, and don't look now, but they're making their way back into this ball game.
Cesar Hernandez steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Lifted in the air out to right. Moving under it, Markakis. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Odubel Herrera will dig in for a third time now. He's popped out and grounded out so far. Lays off 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
Out of the Braves dugout is their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart here, and you know he would have loved one more out to qualify for the win, but he's gone nonetheless after 4 2/3. Alexi Agondo is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Odubel Herrera stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. 3 runs already home here. Scorched to third. Johnson comes up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. 1 Brave error, and no one left on base. 5 innings complete. It's the Braves 5 and the Phillies 3. Elvis Arrojo will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 59, Elvis Arrojo.
A.J. Pierzynski will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
A.J. Pierzynski.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. And here's a ball hit in the air. Franco in foul ground. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. You'll take that every time.
Jace Peterson stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
This is a guy that's got to understand his abilities here. He's got the speed to beat out any ground ball, but he's taking uppercut swings trying to go yard.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Center fielder.
How about this
Number
out of the
2,
bullpen? 3
Michael
pitches,
Bourne.
2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Michael Bourne will stand in. He flew out his last time up. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Herrera. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Braves retired on just 4 pitches, and it remains 5-3. Michael Franco will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And that misses inside 1-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. Ibar has it. And a rather easy first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron Altair.
Aaron Altair will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Into the windup and the pitch. And that's dead center for strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
The 0-1 pitch. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Now, he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Ryan Howard will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one, but before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Adonis Garcia is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Adonis Garcia.
Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Franco. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Ender Inciarte will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here just stays right on it and picks up a solid 1-out single.
Eric Ibar will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
From the stretch. Belted high and deep into right center. Altair going back on it at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
And I guess here that the runner on first base is waiting to see if the ball's going to be caught or not. You can see it bang off the outfield wall, but that indecision is going to cost him right there, and this will wind up being nothing but a loud single.
Freddie Freeman gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. And now third base coach Bo Porter is going to wave him on home. And not in time as the second run scores.
And that's what those stat nerds call a high leverage at bat. I don't know what that means, but whatever you want to call it, he comes through in a big way to push a 2-run lead, now up to 4.
Nick Markakis will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Ranging back is Borges. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
First delivery to him on the way. Kelly Johnson is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Now here's a shot out toward the gap in right center. Around third is Freeman on his way to the plate. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an 8-3 ball game.
Oh, man, and he hangs in there beautifully against a tough left-handed reliever. Here's another look at it. He just keeps that front shoulder in there and strong, gets the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone, and then he just stings this one for 2 bases. Man, that's pretty.
Standing in now, A.J. Pierzynski. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly. It's the Braves 8 and the Phillies 3. Daniel Winkler will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Daniel Winkler.
Cameron Rupp will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Catcher Cameron Rupp.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Hard hit ball to second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Well, that's a tough part of this game right here. You do everything right and get donuts. Absolutely nothing for it. You see, he goes with the pitch well, drives it the other way, but it's directly to the second baseman. He barely has to move.
Stepping in now, Freddie Galvis. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Lifted the other way to left center. Bourne is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
Here's Peter Borges standing in. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Ball that's outside.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Phillies down in order. Can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Genmar Gomez will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Batting in the 8th spot, number 46, Genmar Gomez. Now playing left field and batting in the 9th spot, number 25.
Jace Peterson will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. This one's flared out toward left. Ashe ranging forward, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. Pulled toward right center field. Herrera is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. Good performance thus far by the visiting Braves. They lead this one in the 8th as you get a look at our line score thus far. Tyler Flowers will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Flowers.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Oh, and you can tell by these first couple swings, he's not just looking to poke one through the right side of the infield. He's looking to put something into orbit.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
The before the first pitch, a check at first. But the runner's back easily. Here's Ender Inciarte, as he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. Altair is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for Atlanta, but they lead it by a count of 8-3. Cody Ashe will stand in now, as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th.
Cody Ashe.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point. So good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Lifted the other way out to left center. Inciarte has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cesar Hernandez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. Boy, in a mid-80s fastball that time, but it's a called strike. 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. This one's flared toward left center. In there, a base hit.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Odubel Herrera will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
And here, late in the game, you've got a lead, so no sense in trying to force a throw into second base there. Just take the out at first and move on.
Maikel Franco will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Jason Grilli will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 39, Jason Grilli.
Maikel Franco will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, and if you got him to look at the first pitch up there, why not throw it again? Also let her high. That puts him in a quick 0-2 hole.
And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. One left for Philadelphia. Can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. Back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show. Eric Ibar digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ashe has it in his tracks, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman will step in. He doubled home a couple his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
A little tapper. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the ninth is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here.
And that's a good guy to take care of on one pitch, especially on a swing like that.
Nick Markakis is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. First pitch coming. Here it is. High and deep to straightaway right. Altair looking up. Gone! So a solo home run by Nick Markakis. His second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, he'd retired 5 in a row until just now, but not anymore. He'd been on cruise control, but all of a sudden, one little mistake will snap you back down to earth in a hurry.
Here's Kelly Johnson.
Number 24, Kelly Johnson.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. 2 out, nobody on. Drilled on the ground to short. Galvis, great stop. Got him.
Oh, love it.
The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. More from Citizens Bank Park in just a moment. Striding in to start the ninth, Aaron Altair, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Into the seats, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Here's big Ryan Howard now. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
Catcher, Cameron Rupp.
In now, Cameron Rupp, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. And here's a swing and a miss, so the Phils are down to what could be their final strike now.
And you can tell by the way these guys are swinging. They're just not picking the ball up very well. A lot of late swings. Pitchers are getting on these guys quick.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Nick Markakis. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 9-3. Good night from Philly.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves: 9 runs, 12 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For Philadelphia, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 26 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game SEPTA trains on the Orange Broad Street line are available at the Patterson Avenue station, and extra C buses are available directly outside the stadium.